WDTN, the station that's on your side. This is 2 News at 11.
Car just wrecked, just flipped, hit another vehicle.
Brand new video tonight of a chase and crash ending a manhunt for a Troy homicide suspect. Good evening to you. I'm Ken Oliphant. We'll get to more of that video in a minute. But first, the family of Jeff Bettinger speaks out tonight after his chase, crash, and capture. His family says they were also scared for their lives while he was on the run. Phil Sanchez starts our team coverage off tonight from Indianapolis.
I'm Sharon Bettinger. I'm Jeff's stepmother.
And I am Paige Miller, and I am Jeff Bettinger's stepsister.
And Sharon and Paige now left to answer all the questions.
It's just such a tragedy on so many levels.
And in the middle of it all, 7-year-old Zane Bettinger took the boy after allegedly killing his 22-year-old stepson.
He shot Brandon 3 times and then told Kim she needed to prepare her will. He was going to kill her next, and then he shot Brandon 4 more times.
Bettinger drove to Carmel, where he dropped Zane off at a friend's house. The family says they thought he was coming for them next. Sharon, married to Jeff's father for more than 30 years, says Bettinger has been out of work for more than a year, depressed and in the process of filing for bankruptcy, and angry at his family for not helping him buy a new car.
We knew he was upset with us because his dad had told him we wouldn't buy him that car, and he told him that was, our decision, not just his.
You know, when someone has lost everything and they've got nothing else to lose, that's a really dangerous emotional position to be in.
Dangerous no more. Bettinger is now in jail.
The other thing is we have spoken with Jeff today.
A phone conversation from that jail cell in Ohio.
I said, Jeff, I'm so happy to hear your voice and know you're safe. He said, I wish I was dead. I said, I know you do, but God's not through with you. And we're going to get through this.
Again, that was Phil Sanchez reporting. Now, Bettinger will be arraigned on Monday. He's currently in the Miami County Jail. His family says he told them that he plans on pleading guilty. However, the family hopes the abduction charges will be dropped. As the Bettingers recount their emotional roller coaster, the entire Troy community is remembering 22-year-old Brandon Haskins. Ginghamburg church members in Miami County gathered to remember a young man that meant so much to so many. Hundreds fill the pews at Ginghamsburg Church on South County Road 25A in Miami County to remember 22-year-old Brandon Haskins. Troy police believe Haskins was shot and killed by his 50-year-old stepfather, Jeff Bettinger. He was also a member of this church.
I would see, Jeff every weekend. And, I knew Brandon, and he was full of life. And so for this kind of, incident to happen, it's shocking.
Marie FLORA, along with others, are asking one simple question to help them heal.
In light of the current events, you can tell that people's hearts are being tugged on, and I wasn't surprised at all to see the attendance.
Life is way too hard to do by ourselves.
Pastor Mike Slaughter also struggles with the loss. Slaughter says his sermon examines why God allows bad things to happen to good people.
How can good people get caught up in that and committing the acts of evil, as Brandon's stepfather did here?
Slaughter says as time heals all wounds, he'll always keep Haskins close to his heart.
For a 22-year-old young person, he did more in that brief life than many people I've known who are much older.
You're invited to worship with the congregation at Ginghamsburg Church in Miami County. They have Sunday services at 9, 10:15, and 11:30. Grief counselors are also there to help folks cope. Well, now to that video 2 News just received today of a wild ride as Montgomery County deputies tracked down and chased homicide suspect Jeff Bettinger. 2 News first broke this part of this major story on Facebook and WDTN.com on Friday, just as Bettinger was caught. And as you can see in this video, the chase reached some high speeds. Cameras catch Bettinger blowing through stop signs and major intersections. His daredevilish drive comes to a crashing end on Wilmington Pike after being hit by a car. And then moments later, as you can see there, deputies watch Bettinger crawl out of his overturned car.
Then after the suspect was taken in custody, he did admit to our deputy that he shot the guy last night multiple times. So he admitted to the homicide to our deputy.
Well, the 8-minute chase turned into a multiple vehicle accident. 2 people were taken to a local hospital with minor injuries. Our coverage of this big story will continue. If you want to see the raw, uncut video of Friday's chase and crash, go online to WDTN.com and take a look, and stay with 2 News as we cover Bettinger's first appearance in front of a judge on Monday. Well, tonight, Appleton paper mill is shut down after coal bunker collapses. It happened this afternoon when officials say a bunker filled with coal just suddenly collapsed. Now, no one was hurt, but officials have suspended production while they continue to investigate what happened.
Very grateful, always, that's the most important thing. The bunkers and the coal can be replaced, but people cannot be, so that's the most important thing.
There have been other Appleton accidents in the past. In March 2008, fire crews were called in for a conveyor belt fire. Then on July 15th of 2009, 39-year-old William Wilson died from his injuries after a crane he was working on collapsed. Then 12 days later, a 75-foot-long wall above a loading dock came tumbling down. Well, those showers brought some much-needed relief to the Miami Valley, but it won't last long. Meteorologist Carl Nichols has a first look at your forecast using the power of Live Doppler 2X.
Nice evening around the Miami Valley. Little drop in humidity levels today. Dry conditions. Live Doppler 2X, most powerful radar in the Miami Valley, showing dry weather locally. We're picking up one thunderstorm up around the South Bend area. Closer view. This thunderstorm producing some very heavy rain and some gusty winds up around the South Bend area, but it's going to stay up there, will not affect us. Temperatures right now cooling off, kind of nice, down to 67 in Salina, 72 in Mechanicsburg, 71 in Springfield, and 71 currently in the Piqua area. Got a nice Sunday coming up, although there may be a couple of spotty showers in the afternoon, but more heat and humidity returns starting Monday and be with us most of the week. Also, thunderstorms will be returning over the next couple of days. I'll tell you all about that and the weather for next week coming up in just a little bit.
Okay, Carl, thank you. Another Dayton neighborhood stands up to fight for their right to live in peace. This afternoon, Montgomery County Sheriff deputies and members of the Adam Project joined residents in West Dayton as part of the summer campaign to stop the violence. People enjoyed music and food, but some say the message is serious. It's time for peace.
We're out here sending a message that it's time that peace take over in these neighborhoods and in these communities. Citizens are saying enough killing is enough. I say it's beyond enough.
There are 4 more block parties for peace left this summer. Law enforcement say they hope these parties will make an impact across the county. Members of the Dayton community gathered for a historic moment today. Woodland Cemetery officials dedicated a new cremation niche wall and a historic tower, replicated from a picture of that tower taken back in 1899. The ceremony also included a flyover by the Wright Bee Flyer. Tonight, some hope for millions of people living with HIV. Government scientists say new medical research means they are one step closer to developing a vaccine. And some good news in the Gulf. BP is working on a new method they say could contain the leak.